Hello, everybody, and welcome to the most metal Thursday night. Because, yes, today I am live. It is Thursday, the 17th of November, 2022. And today I have a special guest coming all the way from Rome, Italy. We've got Nicolo from RuinThrone. They are a Tolkien themed power metal band. Which, if you know me, you know I love everything Lord of the Rings. So when I saw that these guys were available for an interview, I had to bring them on. I'd like to thank StreamYard for making this possible. StreamYard is what I use to do all of my live interviews and how I'm able to talk to metal musicians from all over the world. If you're not using StreamYard and you'd like to, there is a link in the description. All right, let's go ahead and with all that being said, let's welcome in from Ruined Throne, Nicolo.
Hi
Welcome
guys,
to the show, sir.
thank you.
I'm gonna move
It's an honor
myself over
for us. I mean, for me and for the rest of the band to be your guest. So,
Awesome. Well, tell me how much do you love Tolkien and the Lord of the Rings?
all of the band actually are. We're all fan of Tolkien. Especially the Lord of the Rings. But mostly the singer. He is a really big fan of Tolkien. I mean, he's the one who wrote all the lyrics. So if you had a chance to take a listen to the first singles, we brought about a lot of characters in the Tolkien's world, such as Arendelle, and the last
Mhm.
single is about the Nazgul. So we like to give a little bit of the dark side and the bright side of Tolkien's world. You know.
Oh, I mean, there's so much there, you know. There's so much in the Legendarium, if you will, the Tolkien
Yeah.
Legendarium that you can pick from, So it can almost be never ending.
Yeah, that's right. We're even thinking about doing making another album out of it, because there's so much to talk about it that we it was hard to find just a few characters to talk about. It's this album is like 10 songs, so we had to choose the right characters, but I think there are so many more to talk about. So I mean,
Yeah, and
I
your
don't know, maybe we make another one of out of this.
so your album is coming out in January, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's mid-January. And we have another single to be published in December. I'm not sure about the date. That should be like the 12th, but I'm not sure. That's so much going on right now, so
Sure.
I
Yeah.
have to check out everything. But yeah.
Well, let's take a look at your YouTube channel because
Yeah.
I'm all about YouTube. But here's your channel here. You can see I am subscribed right there.
No, thank you.
Oh, I completely disappeared. Let me
Yeah,
change
actually,
the
the two singles we just released in September, and now the last one, the past is yet to come in November. They're on our label YouTube channel, but we released recently just some walkthrough of the first two singles, and we actually released also a cover of
there we go.
the Rings of Power main theme. I don't know if you had the chance to watch the show on Amazon
Oh,
Prime.
of course I did. Of
What do you
course
think
I did.
about it?
I mean,
A lot of
we
people,
could
it's
talk
like,
for hours just about that show if you want.
yeah, because a lot of people have, they've been like, quite critics about it. Yeah, they didn't like it, but I mean, in my opinion, it's a great show. It has some differences, from
How
the actual book.
how how were there more than one Durin?
Sorry.
How was there more than one Durin? How was there a Durin 3 and a Durin 4
Yeah,
alive at the same time?
yeah, that's quite that's quite strange. But overall, I think it was a nice show. I mean, I'm looking forward to see the next season. I mean, probably in the next one, we can have like a better view of it. But right now, I saw some really nice stuff, and also some things
Yeah.
that I said, okay, that's not quite correct, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not quite correct. And then, like, oh, Galadriel was hanging out with Sauron all this time. It just so happened, come on. And
And also the
Sauron was supposed to help Celebrimbor make the rings. Like they were supposed to work together to make the rings.
yeah,
You
also the
know,
Elden Rings are the last one to be crafted.
exactly, exactly. So they just they screwed it up, man. Listen, I love even if it's okay. Oh, I don't know how you feel about pizza. I love pizza. You know,
Me too. I mean, I'm Italian, so.
so I mean, you're Italian, but like, there's a saying like even a bad pizza is still good pizza because it's pizza. Have you heard that?
No, actually.
Yeah. So even a bad pizza is good pizza because it's pizza. So for me, the Rings of Power, even though it wasn't, they changed some things up and they made some things that didn't make any sense. I still enjoyed it because it was based on the Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, Legendarium. So I got to see elves and dwarves and everything on my TV again. The music was awesome. Bear McCreary did a fantastic job with everything.
Yeah,
So
anyway, and it was quite a long time, since we could watch the. I mean, I think the last movies were the Hobbits, right?
yeah,
So yeah. So yeah, I had the same feelings about it. Just for the fact that they're talking about Tolkien's world, and I think it's great. But
well, you guys did a metal cover. Let's play this. You did a metal cover of the theme, which the main title was done by Howard Shore,
yeah,
which is
that's
kind
why
of
we chose that. Because
yeah. So
he wrote like such an amazing soundtrack for the movies. So
yes,
when I saw that actually he wrote also the main title of the TV show, I said, okay, that's why I like that much.
yeah. I think they should have let Bear McCreary do it, but you know, I'm not going to argue. But let's show people. Let's, you've got this. There you go. You've got the whispering. So you're playing. Do you have a twin brother, or are you playing both
No,
guitars?
in this song, because we had such
The bass.
short time to record the everything, so I had to record both the bass guitar and the guitar.
Okay.
So
I was like, are these twins, or
we
is it the
wanted,
same guy?
yeah, because we wanted to make it for the last episode. So we had
Okay,
some time, so I made it all.
nice. I like his Gates of Moria shirt there.
Oh, thank you.
Sounds awesome, man. This is like what the orcs would listen to if this
Yeah,
was
that's right. This is how we like it to everything to sound. You know, this is I think this is our version of this song. It's like RuinThrone. You can hear a lot of this in our songs, and we like
Right.
to whenever we play a cover, we like to put something about our sound.
Very, very cool. Well, now let's go back to your page, and you've. I just wanted to show that you've got, yeah. This is a bass. Is this just a bass
Yeah,
playthrough here?
this is our bass player.
Okay, let's just look at all your. So you've got the bass player, you've got the keyboard playthrough. So okay, bass playthrough, keyboard playthrough,
And
guitar
also
playthrough with you two guys.
and you can see the official video clips on our label's YouTube channel.
Okay, so
So
let me
for
go to.
Rockshots Records, yeah. I mean, actually, if you look for RuinThrone, the first videos they're gonna show up. There are.
Well, the first video I see for RuinThrone is us right here live.
Yeah,
Actually,
it's, yeah, because you looked for Rockshot Records. If you look for
yeah,
RuinThrone, the first two videos probably are gonna be our singles.
the
So
past is yet to come. That's a lyric
yeah, this is the
video.
last one.
That's a
This is
lyric video. I want to see. I want to see like an actual
yeah the
music
video.
video.
Yeah, that's the video clip
Here it is.
here.
Here we go. Here's the Irindil.
December. It was fantastic. I mean, except for the fact that we shot it in July and it was so hot. I mean, you
Oh,
you
I bet.
couldn't tell it from the video, but it was bloody hot. I mean, we and we were all dressed up, like black leather and stuff. So it was quite challenging to shot this video, but you know, it was awesome. I mean, if you every time we watch these videos, we say, okay, we did the right choice.
Oh, I just got a notice. I just got a notice from YouTube that there's a copyright issue with playing your video.
Oh,
I just got an email. So yeah, please talk to whoever it is at Rockshot to get
oh,
it
I'm
released,
gonna I'm gonna send a
or else
text.
I might have to cut it later.
Yeah, I'm gonna text them right away, so they won't.
Okay. It happens. It happens, man.
Yeah.
I interviewed a band called Frozen Soul, a death metal band from here in Texas, and they are on Century Media Records, which is owned by Sony. And I did the same thing. We played a video and we talked through the video, and Sony like threatened to take down my entire channel.
Oh my god. That
So I
was
had to go in. I had to take the video down and edit out those parts so I could put the interview back up. But yeah, woo. Yeah, it's not that big a deal. There's Rockshot Records. They actually there's a band that I'm friends with that are from San Antonio, Texas, that are signed to Rockshot Records. They're called Nahaya. I'm not sure if you've heard of them or not.
I don't think so. 'Cause, I mean, we joined the label, like really recently in the last few months, so we
Gotcha.
didn't have the time to, to get to know all the bands they're
Yeah.
playing with.
Well, I know it is an Italian label, right?
Yeah, yeah, they're from
Yeah.
Turin, not from Italy.
Turin. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very. So almost Switzerland, almost, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Yeah. I know someone who's from Turin. So that's amazing. That's amazing. So I got to ask you, that made me think of Juventus because Juventus is in Turin. Are you a soccer football fan at all?
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
Who's your team? Who do you
oh,
support?
Roma. I mean, I'm from Rome, so I
Okay.
support Roma, of
Hey,
course.
thank you for not saying Lazio. Okay.
Oh, thank you for saying that, because
Yeah. If you're from Rome, you have a choice, and you made the right choice, sir. I
yeah,
appreciate that.
I did.
I hope not to offend any other Italian soccer fans that might be watching, but I really dislike fascism. So Lazio seems
Yeah,
to love it.
in
Yeah,
Italy we are so into football that whenever you say the wrong team, they're gonna argue about
yeah,
it. So, yeah,
yeah.
but it's
I have
fun.
nothing. I have nothing against any other team in Italy except for Lazio.
No, I have actually because Juventus, that which is the team, another team
Yeah.
from Turin. Actually, it's not so. I mean, whatever. Well, we're not here to talk about
It's
soccer,
fine.
so
It's fine. Well, we're just having a
fine.
conversation. I told you. I don't have anything written down. I actually do like Juventus, but I know that they can be problematic. I know they've got in trouble with cheating and paying off referees and everything like that. So, I have friends that are fans of AC Milan. I have friends that are I have friends that are fans of Inter Milan. Um, Napoli is really killing it right now in the
Yeah.
league. They're doing
I
really
have a
well.
really good friend from LA, which is, I mean, he's from Venice, and he's a really big supporter of AC Milan.
Okay.
And so whenever we have the match, Roma versus Milan, he texts me, and we make fun of it.
So he's from Venice. Venice is like in the City B, right?
Yeah, Venice is just, yeah,
Yeah.
but
They
he's
have
a supporter for
but he's
AC Milan. So
but he's AC Milan. I
yeah,
just their kits, their jerseys, their shirts are beautiful.
yeah, they are.
The their kits are better than the team. It's true. Like in Germany, I support a German team that are in the second division, and I don't know, they're doing poorly this year. They might be sent to the third division. So that's FC St. Pauli. I don't know if you've heard of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's
Sorry.
they
I also like to mix sports with metal too. So I
yeah, in
enjoy.
New York
I
we have a really huge band supporting actually a football team. I mean, from England. I mean, probably you heard about Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're big West Ham supporters. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really big West Ham supporters.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Steve Harris always has the West Ham, or like his
Yeah,
bass is
on
like a West
his
Ham
guitar,
bass.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. I would love to go and see. I'd love to see a match. Like when the first time I went to Germany, I went to Munich in 2017, and it was in November, but they took an international break. So I didn't. The German national team was in England when I went, so I took a tour. I took a tour of the Allianz Arena and went to the um, the Bayern Munich Museum. I'm not a fan of that team, but I respect. It was cool to see all those trophies. You know what I mean? That's one thing I like to do when I travel. I like to go on stadium tours. I
Yeah,
know that's
that's
a
good.
weird thing. So, so if I ever came to Rome, I would love to see the stadium there. Um, even though do they share do Roma and Lazio share the same stadium?
Yeah, we share the
Yeah.
same stadium. I mean, actually, Roma has been trying to build his own stadium in the last few
Okay.
years, but I don't know why, but here it's like a mess. I mean, for all the permission
Yeah.
to build a stadium, so we didn't make it yet. So
Well, I mean, think about it. A stadium is huge, and you have to. I know you have to be careful with. Rome has some ancient areas that you just can't build over.
yeah, because
Yeah.
there are some ancient Roman buildings
Mhm.
right under the streets.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy
No,
to.
I can only imagine. Maybe one day they'll rebuild the Colosseum and
Yeah,
they can
maybe.
play inside the Colosseum. Every once in a while, have a lion come out.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. So yeah. So let me ask you guys. So the Lord of the Rings, similarity. I can never say it. I can never say it right. Did you what brought you to your Tolkien fandom? Was it the films? Did you read the books as a child?
Well, but I mean, both, because of course, I mean, when we were younger, we all had the chance to watch the movies directed by Peter Jackson, and we were like, "Wow, this is the
Yeah.
best thing we ever watched in our lives." And then we read all the books. I mean, not all of them, but all of us. But
Mhm.
I mean, especially the singer and the other guitarist. They were like they are a really big fan of Tolkien, so they read all the books, the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, the Silmarillion, and and that's why we decided to to write about a lot of characters, not only from the Lord of the Rings. I mean, actually, the only characters you can find in the Lord of the Rings, which are in our lyrics, are the Nazgul and Tom Bombadil, actually, which is
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, Tom Bombadil.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
goodness.
and also Sam, the the
Samwise
friend of Frodo.
Gamgee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He actually had the most long song, because we wrote about it, and the song it's like, I mean, it's like 9 minutes long. I mean, it's not
Nice.
out yet, but I can
Okay.
tell you it's the longest song of the album.
Okay.
But I mean, it's really a good song. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it a single because it's really too
It's
long. I mean,
it's too
even
long.
the second single we just released, the past is yet to come. It's way too long to be a single, but we wanted to put it because it has, I think, the most beautiful guitar riff of the whole album. I mean, it's a really strong song, so we wanted to release it as single. But yeah, so basically, you can find, like, yeah, three songs about the characters you can find in the Lord of the Rings. All the rest are in the Silmarillion mostly.
Very good. Now let me ask you, when you saw the movies and read the books, were they in Italian and or were they in English with subtitles? Like I always wonder how um
Well, the first time I watched the movies, I think I was like 12 maybe. So I watched that in Italian. I mean, they were overdubbed. But in the last, I mean, 10 years, I started to watch all the movies in. I mean, every movie I watch, I try to watch it in English with English subtitles, because I wanted to see our actual the actor play.
mhm. Yeah.
Sometimes you can really tell it when you watch it in a different language.
Sometimes
So
I do that. I do that and I'm a native English speaker, so it helps sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. I know I apologize. I don't speak any Italian.
oh no, no worries.
I could say ciao, you know.
Well, that's a
But
start.
that's a start. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure, but like it's, Latin based and I know enough Spanish that like if I were to go to Rome, I would I would be able to read the signs enough to understand, how to oh, there's your cat.
Yeah.
Cat tail. I'm surprised we haven't seen my cat. I'll get that cat. What's your cat's name?
Oh, Daphne.
Daphne. Daphne. What a sweet cat. I can hear meow. Uh, so he wants to know, have you ever seen the animated Hobbit or Lord of the Rings movies from the 70s?
Well, actually, I don't, but I think, yeah, I think Hayadus, our singer, did actually, because
Yeah,
he told me a couple of times. I never had the time to watch them. I mean, there's so much things I wanted to do actually, but all my days are full of things to do, and I barely
I
can
just
do I barely can make the 50% of it. So
I
yeah.
understand. Yeah, I
I definitely want to do that, guys.
I
But
have
I
them.
remember I watched some scenes, on YouTube, some short videos about it. It's still something I want to do. I really want to do actually.
They're
Yeah.
not that long. I have them on DVD and Blu-ray, depending on what format there are. But the Hobbit, the animated Hobbit movie, it's just one movie. So they don't make it into 3 3-hour movies.
Okay.
It's just one movie, and the Lord of the Rings movies they made. One person made the Lord of he just called it the Lord of the Rings, but it didn't have the ending. Um, and they wanted to make it into two parts, but they only made the first part, and then they hired the people that made the Hobbit movie to make. They just called it Return of the King. So it was basically the second half of the Lord of the Rings movie
So
animated.
they
Well, the
didn't make.
two towers, they kind of put the stuff from the two towers and the Lord of the Rings and the Return of the King. They kind of just put it together. But
Okay.
yeah, the if you just watch the Lord of the Rings, they're all pretty. Yeah, this guy's saying they're pretty trippy. Yeah, they're weird. They are weird. The 1970s was a strange time, but they're good. They're good. There's music. There's a classic song. I can't remember. I think it was in the Lord of the Rings movie, but it's the orcs and they're singing, "If there's a whip, there is a way. Whoosh. If there's a whip, there is a way. Whoosh." You can see that on YouTube. And a buddy of mine, he's got a one man band project called Orc Umentary. Instead of a documentary, it's Orc. It's an Orc Umentary, and he does a cover of that. And he made a video, and it's an animated
Nice.
video. So you might enjoy that. Miko 9, you might enjoy that as well. But it's a fun time. It's really you can see clips. You can see clips on YouTube. If you don't want to sit down and watch the whole thing, I recommend watching some clips on YouTube. You'll
Yeah,
see
I'll
some,
definitely do that.
and then ask your singer if you can borrow his DVDs and watch them. I'm sure they're streaming somewhere too. I'm not sure if they're on Netflix or Netflix in Italy. I know you guys get some different things than we get sometimes.
Yeah,
For some
yeah, but
reason, for
mostly
some
for
reason,
the Italian movies or stuff. But yeah,
yeah. For some reason,
all the big TV shows are the same, I think.
all of the for some reason on the Netflix in the USA, they've been putting a lot of German shows. So I don't know.
Yeah, there's a really nice German TV show. I actually loved it. It's one of my favorite TV shows, which is called Dark. I don't know if you heard about
I
it.
saw it. I saw it. I watched it. I
I
thought
really
it
love
went.
it. I mean, it's really trippy. It's
Yeah, it
because
is trippy. But the
yeah,
whole like the
he
grandfather is the uncle, is the son. I'm like,
it,
okay, it got too much for me. I liked
yeah,
the first season, and then the second season I was like, okay, and the third season they just lost me.
yeah,
They
'cause
lost.
it becomes messier in every episode. So
Yeah. I
when you make
started watching.
business out
I
of it,
started.
so,
I started watching that dubbed, and I think they did a really bad job dubbing it. So then I just watched it in German with English subtitles, and I don't know German either, but it was better because you can hear the. I think that's always better because you can hear the actors, uh, um, their emotion. Even if you don't understand the words, you can understand the emotion. Does that make
yeah,
sense?
that's right. Yeah.
So it's always better to watch um, subbed than it is to watch dubbed. I wonder how was the dub in the Italian version of the Lord of the Rings?
I mean, actually, it was quite good because
It was good.
we had. Some really good actor dubbing the show, and especially the actor who played Aragon. He did an amazing job. I mean, he's one of the best we had in Italy. I mean, one of the best actor who does all the dubbing stuff.
Yeah.
Um, he did an amazing job. Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah,
cool.
overall, I mean, I think in Italy we have really strong, history about dubbing,
Yeah.
so it's really good. So sometimes even if the show it's not that good in the original language,
Yeah.
sometimes he becomes better when you watch it in Italian. But
Okay.
as I told you, I prefer to watch the movies and TV shows in the original language because I want to
Yeah.
see how the actors
Yeah.
actually played their characters. So
So what about the books?
the books. I mean, you mean the Lord of the Rings, right?
Hmm.
I mean, all of us read it, and they are I mean, the Lord of the Rings. I think it's one of the best fantasy books ever written.
But did you read it in Italian or in English?
Oh, in Italian.
Or,
Yeah,
okay.
I was a kid. I mean, it was like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I think I started to read them after I watched the Fellowship of the Ring.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, after the first movie, I started to read them, and so of course I read it in Italian, but
Okay.
yeah, I think it would be pretty hard to read it in English because they. I remember it was quite. I mean, not boring, but it was like a little bit, like ancient as language to even in
Uh-huh.
Italian. So some parts were like a bit heavy to to read, but overall, I mean the books were amazing. I mean, that's why it's what I think it's the most famous fantasy story ever ever written.
Yeah, I mean, so you read the whole Tom Bombadil stuff in his song in Italian?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was. I mean, when you read a song, like it's
I
actually
don't even know how you can
it's a bit strange
like
because you can imagine like the song would sound, but you can't actually listen to it. You can just read the lyrics. So it was, but out of it,
well
I
here's
think
it
it was.
here's here it is in English. I don't know how you can translate this into Italian, but hey doll, Mary doll, ring a dong dillo. How do you translate that to to Italian?
Well, right now I honestly couldn't translate it well, but uh,
Ring a dong, hop along, fall lol the willow, Tom
yeah,
bomb jolly Tom bombadillo.
yeah, it was it was quite funny to read it in Italian too, because it was like I mean it started like a child song, like a lullaby, something like so. Yeah, but yeah, now I can read it. It's funny to read it in English too, because it's
Hey doll, Mary doll, ring a dong a dillo, ring a dang, hop along, fall all the willow, Tom bomb jelly Tom bombadillo. Hey, come, Mary doll, dairy mall, my darling. Light goes the weather, wind, and the feather starling. Dong along the hill, shining in the sunlight, waiting on the doorstep for the cold starlight. There, my pretty lady is, River Running's daughter. Slender as the willow wand, clearer than the water. Old Tom Bombadil, water lilies bringing, comes hopping again, home again. Can you hear him singing? Hey, come marry doll, dairy doll. I can't even do it without laughing. It's so silly. It's silly, but it was meant for children. You know.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So when Peter Jackson decided to cut that from the movie, I think it probably was wise because he kind of
I
because
was
like the
reading about it today. I mean, there was an article on I saw on Facebook. They were talking about this. The reason why Peter Jackson decided to cut off the whole character from the movies.
yeah.
It probably would have looked like a bit too funny for the movie.
It
So
would have totally ruined the pacing of the film as well.
yeah, I think so.
So, Miko9 has a question for you. He wants to know if your new album that's coming out in January will get a physical release.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna print the CDs. I don't know about the vinyls because right now, because of the war between Ukraine and Russia, it's really hard to get all the stuff to actually make the vinyls. But we probably, I mean, if the sales with the CDs are going to be okay, maybe we'll decide to print some vinyls, afterwards.
Awesome. 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 Well, hopefully that answers your question. And you'll have it on Apple Music, I'm sure, and Spotify for those who use
Yeah,
Spotify.
we're all over, all the digital websites,
Title,
Amazon, yeah,
Title, and
Amazon
Deezer,
Music, yeah, these are Amazon Music,
Amazon,
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and
everywhere. Awesome. Well, there you go. But he wanted to know about the physical release, so there for sure will be a CD. Not sure on the LP because of Putin.
yeah,
Fucking Putin, fucking up shit for everybody. I'm sorry, I
yeah.
didn't want to drop the F bomb. I just did. What can you do? He is the Sauron in the east,
Yeah, pretty much.
in the land of Mordor. That guy. That guy. Yeah. I don't want to talk too much. The band I had on the other day was from Finland, but they were right on the Russian border. So it's a very sensitive
Yeah.
subject for them, because they said they used to get a lot of tourists from Russia. Do a lot of Russian tourists come to Rome?
Well, yes, but most Americans coming to Rome, and also people from Europe, mostly like Germans. Because I mean, from Europe you can get mostly all the people which are closer to Italy, so Germans, French people, and but yeah, from like foreign countries, mostly Americans.
Mostly Americans. Okay. Well, I mean, there are a lot of Americans of Italian descent.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of a thing. There's a lot of Americans of Irish descent. So there's been I think Ireland's had to tell Americans to stop doing this, but they'll like find people that they'll go like through the family trees and they'll find, you know, way distant family members who have a house and they'll go knock on their door like, "Hey cousin, I'm here from America." And they're like, "Who are you?" So I don't know. Do people do that? Do they come to Italy and knock on your door and say, "Hey, we're related"? Does that
No,
ever happen to anyone
that
you know?
usually doesn't happen.
No, no, no. I don't have any Italian ancestry, so I wouldn't do that. But I still have a lot of respect for, what Rome has meant to the world. And, how, the empire, the Roman Empire really brought things, spaghetti from China, or pasta, just pasta from China, you
Yeah,
know.
that's the
Yeah,
thing.
Marco Polo, right? Marco Polo brought that from
Right.
China, and now it's ingrained with the Italian identity, at least here in the United States.
You know that there's a band I was listening to like a few days ago on Spotify. They wrote about the stories of Marco Polo. I don't know actually if they're Italian or not, but I really love their song. I mean, I can't remember the name of the band right now, but yeah, I think it's if you look for it on YouTube or Spotify, you can easily found them because I think they wrote a concept album of the about the story of Marco Polo. So
Interesting. Not just the game. Do you know the game? Like when you're in a swimming pool? Did you ever play that as a kid? Marco Polo. Like
oh, no, I didn't. I didn't know
no,
about
yeah.
it.
So like you got kids in a pool, and the one kid closes their eyes, and they have to find the other kids. So
Okay.
the kid with the closed eyes has to say Marco, and then the other people say Polo, and he tries to find them in the pool.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That's funny. I mean, that's an American thing, but I thought that was like a worldwide thing because Marco Polo is
I
pretty
don't know.
famous
I've never
everywhere.
heard about it.
I don't know.
I
I
hope
don't know what
that's
this guy says. I don't know what this means, but hopefully it's nice. What does that mean?
Oh, grazie mille. It means thank you so much. You're
Oh,
welcome, Miko. Right?
okay, there you go. He must be a fan of yours,
Yeah, I think so.
or maybe he just I don't know. I've never seen him before, so maybe he just saw that you were being interviewed. Miko, do you? I'm bad. Like I was telling you before we went on, Nicolo. I don't write any questions down. I just kind of have a conversation. So like, what are you guys going to continue to write Lord of the Rings inspired music, or do you want Ruined Throne to go beyond that at some point? And
It's like we don't want it to be like the only way RuinThrone are known for,
gotcha.
but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
still there's so much so much things to write about the all Tolkien's words. So as I said earlier, we're thinking about making a new album about it, like
Yeah.
Unconscious Minds of Arda Part 2. I don't know, but this is an option, but we still didn't talk about it. So
Right.
I
And yeah, you just said the name of the album. I had forgotten it. The Conscious Mind of Ardar, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So Ardar
yeah.
was in the Rings of Power.
What?
Wasn't he was that was Ardar in the Rings of Power, right?
Yeah, I
He
mean,
was the dark elf.
Arda. It's the whole Tolkien's world. I mean, it's like the Earth. Like so.
Oh, yeah, he's got different names. Different names for
Yeah,
everything.
we
Yeah, yeah.
we yeah, in the Silmarillion they call it in quite a lot of names, but yeah,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. They so yeah, you had the Silmarillion in Italian?
yep.
Okay. I have it in English, obviously. I have a buddy. There's a band from Los Angeles called Ex Mortis. Um, I'm not sure if you've heard of them, but they had their last was it an EP or a full length album? I don't think it was called Legions of the Undead. They're huge Lord of the Rings fans as well. And he said he went down to Mexico and he found a version of the Silmarillion in Spanish, and he was super excited about that. So I just can't imagine because that's basically just like a list of names mostly.
Yeah, the Silmarillion is quite hard to read because it's like I mean, to me it feels like you're reading the Bible, like from the beginning, page per
Yeah,
page. Because yeah, basically it tells you how the world was created,
yeah,
for Tolkien. So
right, right, right. This fantasy world, yeah.
yeah.
But then so many of the names are very similar, and it's like, oh, come on. Well, it's even worse. It's even worse in like Game of Thrones, where like they're not even similar. They're the same name, but
Yeah,
they're
that's
different people.
right.
Different people with the same name. I'm like, oh, come on, man. But I don't know. The audio books. I had a hard time reading this, a lot of stuff. I have ADD, so I have a hard time concentrating on looking at a page and being able to read it. Not that I can't read, it's just it's hard for me to concentrate. So
Yeah,
I have.
I did the same. I started to read the Silmarillion, but actually, I mean, probably people are gonna argue about it, but I have to admit I couldn't read it. Also, I tried with the audiobook, and
Mm,
I mean, it was easier actually.
the audio books are phenomenal. Did they
Yeah.
have them in Italian?
Yeah, I
That's
actually
cool.
found them in Italian in on Spotify, and they were quite good.
Really, on Spotify. I don't have Spotify anymore. I get these things where I really dislike certain people, and so I don't want to be associated with them. So when Spotify uh, put Joe Rogan on their platform as exclusive, Joe Rogan puts out a lot of like false information, and so I'm like, I'm not going to support Spotify anymore. So
Okay.
I have an iPhone anyway, so it just makes sense to use Apple Music for me.
Yeah, it's pretty
So
much the same thing. I mean, even if I don't, Spotify is the most let's say it's the most popular music app you can use, but yeah, Apple Music it's really good as well. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I've got um, I'm looking at my phone. I got my copyright notice. Come on. That's
yeah,
crazy that
I
they
text the guys from the labels telling them, okay, don't worry if you get like this
well,
this.
I was listening to this is what I was listening to earlier.
Oh, thank you.
So just you could see that I was like halfway through the song I got out of the
Yeah,
car. So
yeah, that's our like I mean this is kind of that's kind of the explanation of the name of the band,
yeah. Here you are in Apple
Yeah.
Music. How many members are in the band? Here you got 5,
No, actually, we are six, but
6.
after we finished to record the last album, our guitar player left the band, so we had to. I mean, we had the album ready, so we didn't have time at back in the days to find a guitar player to shot the video clips and the all the photos for the album and stuff. So we decided to shot the videos in just five of us. But now we got a really good guitar player, Luca Grossi, who joined the band. I think it was uh, almost 1 year, maybe. Yeah, and he's doing a great job because he can he could easily play all the guitar parts, both solo and rhythm stuff, which are really really hard to play actually because we um, we get a lot of inspiration also from, I mean, not only from Vanguardian but also from Isodert from US. So and
Too
then
bad about John Schaefer turning into a
yeah, I know.
virtual.
I know about it, but
But the music, you can't deny the music is what it
the
is.
music is so great. I mean, the
Yeah.
all the guitar riffs are so strong, and that's something we wanted to bring in our bring on in our sound. So
Well, I looked on Apple Music, and this is awesome right here. So when you look on your artist page here, you've got your new album, The Unconscious Mind of Arda, coming January 13th, 2013. And
yeah,
so I can add it already. I just hit the add button, and then so you go and you click on it, and you can see the entire track listing, and Arendelle and The Past Is Yet to Come you can listen to now because you've already
Yeah,
released those
yeah, that's
singles.
right. That's
And
right.
it's got the whole track listing here, and it says it's 11 songs, 53 minutes, copyright 2023, Rockshot Records.
Yeah,
You got
we
a
can find it.
prologue, so that's gonna be. I'm sure that's gonna be a nice little instrumental to start the album. I'm guessing.
Yeah, prologue. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
yeah, he he takes inspiration from a theme you can hear in the second song, the Dreamweaver, which tells about Gandalf, and
okay.
you can find this theme on the last song too. And basically we wanted to build, like, to write an introduction to the album. So we know, we thought this theme, it was pretty strong to be part of the introduction. So that's why we make it. Yeah, that's instrumental, and it brings you right into the song, the Dreamweaver.
The Dreamweaver. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
which
cool.
is about Gandalf. And if you want, we can talk about all the characters
Yeah.
we decided to
Well,
talk
it's
about.
I know it's almost 11 p.m. there, 2300. I don't know if you go by 11 or 23, but I know it's getting late there, so I don't want
Yeah,
to keep too much more of your time. But prologue, the Dreamweaver's about Gandalf. I am the knight.
yeah. I'm the knight. He tells about the most the most dark characters in the whole Tolkien's world.
It's like Morgoth and
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah,
it's about Morgoth.
yeah. Okay, and then track 4 is Erendil, which we saw the video for, which
Yeah.
I'm getting a copyright notice for. Track 5 is The Past Is Yet to Come, which you have a lyric video on YouTube for that,
Yeah, that's
right?
right. We have a lyric video on YouTube. We're gonna release a couple of breakthroughs in the next weeks.
Okay,
This is a, I mean, this one of this is, as I told you earlier, is the it's a pretty long song because it's like 7 minutes and 40
okay.
seconds. So
Yeah, it
it's
doesn't say it
it's
doesn't.
pretty long to be a single, but we wanted to put it to
Yeah,
release it as single because it has one of the most powerful guitar riff of the whole album, and
you
also
got
the
it right in the
lyrics.
middle. You got it right in the middle of the album too.
Yeah, and also the I mean, we are talking about the Nazgul in this song, so it has a really dark sound,
Very cool.
almost thrash metal,
Oh wow. Okay.
so
Awesome.
it's really, but it's going pretty well on Spotify actually.
Nice. Track 6
And
is Where Wise Men Stop.
yeah, this is like another. This is kind of right in the middle of the album. It's meant to be like another, like instrumental song. It's like,
Okay.
let's say, an introduction to the second part of the album.
Okay. So
Uh,
if you made an
it's
LP, would
mostly
that
orchestral, orchestral and acoustic guitar. We
if
we are into.
if you made an LP, would that be the first track on the second side?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And then track number 7 is In Penumbra.
In Penumbra, yeah, this is about the mines of Moria and
Okay.
the Balrog.
Okay. All right. Don't go too deep. Don't go
This,
too
this
deep into that one.
yeah, we argued a lot with a band. We discussed about, we weren't sure if release the passage yet to come on In Penumbra as single, because they're both are really really good songs. In Penumbra has a lot of different sounds in it, because it has some really nice epic acoustic sounds, and it gets really really dark in the middle of the song. We also put some extreme vocals in this album, and one of those are in Penumbra. So we put some growl and scream
Okay.
to right when we wanted to show like the Barlock coming out of
Gotcha.
the Mines of Moria. So
Very nice.
yeah,
Track 8
I
is,
think you're gonna love it.
yeah, I mean it says so if you listen to it straight through, it tells a story. So
Yeah,
you're taking the listener on a journey. I love that. I love it. All right, track 8 is The Eldest.
yeah. The Eldest is the song about Tom Bombadil, which
Yeah.
basically it's not so it's so silly as the as
Okay.
the songs we read on the Lord of the Rings, but it's about the character of Tom Bombadil, which chose not to take a side,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we try to explain, in our opinion, why he decided to to take no part, nor with Sauron and or the Fellowship on the Ring. So
Yes. Very nice. Miko
it's really
9 is looking forward to this. Thank you. I actually know who this is. This is my buddy Michael. He's one of my LinkedIn friends. So he sent me a message saying that was him. So
answer. Yeah.
yeah. So thanks for joining us today, sir. It's the afternoon here, so I know a lot of people are at work here. Track 9, blessed by the loneliness, or blessed by loneliness.
Yeah, these songs tells about the fall of Gondolin, the Elven city, the most beautiful Elven city in
Yeah.
the Silmarillion. It's one of the most like speed metal song. This and I Am the Night as well. They're the
Okay.
two really like fastest songs of the
All
album.
right. All right. Track 10, For Those Who Remain.
For those who remain, yeah, this is the song about Sam.
Okay.
So it
The
tells
true
about,
hero of the
yeah,
Lord of the
he
Rings.
actually was the true hero of the
Yes.
whole story, because he was like meant to be like just just a servant,
Mhm.
not but he actually carried Frodo with the ring up to the Mount Doom.
Correct.
And so this song is like, I think it's the most epic song of the album. It has a lot to say. We talk about how the scars from the past, from the old journey Frodo and Sam made through the Middle Earth. It's still aching in his body, and I mean, to me, this song was, I mean, probably it's one, if it's not the best, it's one of the one I prefer in the album.
Awesome. Awesome. And then you close it all out with Where You Belong.
Yeah, Where You Belong was meant to be like a closing to the album. So it was meant to be an instrumental song. But, after we recorded all the guitars and orchestral parts, the singer wanted to try to write some like a conclusion to this journey
Mhm.
in the world of Arda. And I said, okay, let's try it. We don't have that much time, but if you want to try, yeah, let's take a listen to it. And he actually made it like straight away. It was I think he took like a few days to write all the lyrics. I mean, the song is pretty short, but still, he did an amazing job. And so when I listened to the vocal parts, I said, okay, this has to be in the song. So
Very nice, man. Well, The Unconscious Mind of Arda by RuinThrone, being released on Rockshot Records January 13th of next year. So
that's right.
just just a little less than 2 months from now.
Yeah.
So you can hear two of the tracks now, and I can't wait to hear the whole album. This is going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to it, and I know my buddy Miko 9 is looking forward to it too. Michael, it's Michael. So thanks again for him joining in. Thank you for being here, man,
No,
and
thank you
just
for
talk with me.
inviting us because it was such a pleasure to do all this.
Thank you, and I hope you. I don't know if I can't remember. I'm on a few PR emails. I'm not sure which one I got the email from, but um, I'm not sure if you guys are doing a lot of interviews. But I hope you get a chance to do more of these, so more people can get a chance to hear about your band. Because I wouldn't have gotten to know who you guys were. I am subscribed to Rockshot Records YouTube as well, so I might have seen it on there. And I only know about Rockshot Records because my friends in Nahaya are on that label. So
Yeah,
being a smaller Italian label, it's they're a little bit out of my purview unless I get the promotional emails about them. You know, so I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. Was it? Do you remember if it was Asher, or do you know how it went out? Do you? It might not have been Asher. It might have been the Medalist, or do you remember who does your PR?
Well, we have different guys doing the PR, but yeah, the main one is Usher Media
Okay.
Relations. Yeah,
So
so
John Asher is up in Montreal
yeah, John Usher.
in
Yeah,
Canada. So yeah, that's how I think I get a lot of rock shot stuff from him. So yeah, he does a lot of stuff with the Whack and Metal Battle in
yeah,
Canada and the United States. That's how I got to know. That's how I got to know him because I like to cover that. Would you guys? Are you guys going to try to play Whacking one day?
yeah. I mean, I think this is one of the biggest dream every metal band.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is. It
so
is. It
so
is.
we're looking forward to it, but I mean, in my opinion, I always try to think bigger, because
Yeah.
uh, sometimes you have the feeling like if you think, oh, I can do that, I will never play in a really huge festival or venue or stuff. You start like you feel, I mean, you lose in before you start, so I
Yeah.
will think, think bigger, then things will come up some way.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, do you guys have any do you have a release party show coming up?
Yeah, we're trying to schedule a release party. Probably it's gonna be on in spring because we had a lot of work to do with the release of the singles. That now that we have some time to set up the release party, it will be hard to do it in January when the albums will come out. Because of you we will have to promote the show, because we want to do this show in front of a lot of people in a
Yeah.
really nice venue, because we always we also actually we're also working on the on a building a real show on stage, because there are so many good metal bands and rock bands in Italy and all over the world that sometimes you can't tell the difference. It's like they all play really well. So
Yeah.
I think what makes the difference sometimes it's when you try to to bring to build a show out of it, so not
Yeah.
just like playing the songs, but doing something different, with lights and
Mhm.
stuff. So
All
we
dressed up
can't
like hobbits.
anticipate the too much stuff, but yeah, it's gonna
You
be
can all
great.
dress up like hobbits.
Yeah, we were thinking about really like a darker characters, but
Like the
yeah,
Nazgul. We can be Nazgul.
yeah, you can you could probably guess it from the image I sent you.
Yeah.
You know the
Oh,
last.
sure. Yeah. This. Wait, hold on. Where is it? I got it. I got it right here. So this one here. Let's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So it's kind of Nazgul-ish right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So you just need three more people, and then you'll
Yeah.
have the full.
That's
And then
nice.
the singer can be the Witch King of Angmar.
Yep.
There we go. Awesome.
That's how it's gonna be probably.
Okay, man. Well, all right. I've taken way too much of your time, so I'm gonna.
Oh, no worries. It was a pleasure to to have this chat with you.
Well, thank you. You as well. I appreciate you coming on and making the time. I know we had some back and forth trying to figure out a time that will work for both of us. So I know it's difficult when we're on different sides of the planet.
Yeah. I used to live in LA for a while, so
Uh,
buonanotte, Mirko. I
yeah,
used to
my
live in LA
his,
for a while, like was 8 years ago. So it was, hard to find, the right time to call my parents and friends. So
yeah, yeah, and that's 2 hours further west. You
yeah,
know,
it's 9 hours from yeah.
yep, 9 hours. Yeah, and then we do the time change. Do you guys do the time change, daylight
Yeah,
savings
yeah, we
time?
did already. Yeah,
You do it too? Okay. It's a I don't know. It always screws everything up. But
yeah.
all right. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you coming on and stick around and we'll chat a little bit after I end the broadcast. Just got a couple tell a couple of things to my audience and stick around.
Thank you so much for inviting us.
All right. You're welcome. All right. That was Nicolo from RuinThrone in Rome, Italy. Uh, Very awesome band. I cannot wait to hear that entire album. The first two tracks from the album I got to listen to, and they are fantastic. We played the one video. It's a beautiful video. This is an up and coming band that you guys should really check out. Add it to your Spotify list, your Apple list, and when the CD comes available, try to check it. Try to buy it. Go to the Rockshot Records. I'm sure if you go to the Rockshot Records website, you'll be able to pre-order it there. So yesterday, I went to Old Town Spring and did some light adventuring there. Um, so I made a video about a couple of little stops I went I went to. Today I did go and sell some records at Space City Audio. I made a video about that record store before, so check that out as well. I have an Old Town Spring playlist, and I talked to the owner of Goodwoods today. She was there, and sent her a message. She would like me to come in and make a video. So she's got another location in Friendswood, and I saw a video that someone made down there. So I'm going to do that probably sometime next week or something like that. Um, this weekend, I am on reserve, so I may be working or I may not be working. I do have next week is Thanksgiving, so I do have Thanksgiving off. Me and my mom are going to go to the Thanksgiving Day, the HEB Thanksgiving Parade in downtown Houston. So I'll make a video of that. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna stream it live. I might stream it live. Oh, he took off. I was gonna. He had to go. It's late. So we're gonna do that. Um, Gonna do some other adventuring next weekend, and then on Sunday, next Sunday, not the Sunday coming up, but the Sunday after, the Thanksgiving Sunday, me and my mom are going to the Texas Renaissance Festival. So it's the last day of the season. I like to go on the last day because you're gonna have the least amount of people there. It's gonna be cold, so I'll have that video. I might do a collaboration with another YouTuber. We'll see. I messaged them about doing something like that, so we'll see if that happens. And then the Christmas holiday seasons begin. I will be making some holiday themed Christmas videos. I'm going to go to some places I've been to before. I might go to some new places. If you have an idea of where you would like me to go on these Christmas adventures for the Ho Ho Holidays 2022, let me know. I'm definitely going to go to the Zoo Lights, the Houston Zoo. Um, my membership is actually expiring at the end of this month, and I don't have the money to re-up right now. The Iceland at Moody Gardens is back. It hasn't been there. I went there in January of 2020, so that was the 2019 season, and it hasn't been back since. So that's something that's really awesome. I'm going to bring to you guys. Hopefully, me and my parents will go down there soon when they open that up. So Iceland at Moody Gardens is happening for sure. If I have the day off, I might go to Dickens on the Strand. Maybe do that at the same time I go to Iceland. We'll see. We'll see. Just stick around, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video or go live. Thanks so much for watching. Michael, thank you for joining us in the chat. I know a lot of people are at work. I'm going to go to a Dynamo event. I'm not sure if I'm going to video that or not. We'll see. But until the next time, remember to drink water, listen to metal, enjoy nature, and have the most epic adventures. Rock on.